The NAACP, along with two other civil rights organizations, has issued a travel advisory for the state of Florida, expressing concerns about recent laws and policies that they believe are discriminatory towards African Americans. This advisory is intended to caution potential tourists about the perceived hostility towards these communities in the state, people of color, and LGBTQ+ individuals. The NAACP, a long-standing advocate for the rights of Black Americans, joined forces with the League of United Latin American Citizens, LULAC, a civil rights organization representing the Latino community, and Equality Florida, an advocacy group for LGBTQ+ rights. Together, they released travel advisories urging individuals to be aware of the state's actions that allegedly devalue and marginalize the contributions and challenges faced by these communities. Florida, renowned for its popularity among tourists, heavily relies on its tourism industry as a major source of employment. Last year, over 137.5 million tourists visited the state, indicating a return to pre-pandemic levels, according to Visit Florida, the state's tourism promotion agency. Tourism supports a significant number of jobs, both full-time and part-time, with visitors spending a staggering $98.8 billion in the state in 2019. Following the issuance of the travel advisory, an email was sent to Governor Ron DeSantis' office requesting comment. Governor DeSantis, a Republican, is anticipated to announce his candidacy for the GOP presidential nomination in the coming week. While the NAACP's decision to issue the travel advisory raises concerns about Florida's treatment of marginalized communities, several Democratic mayors in the state have been quick to reassure visitors that their cities are welcoming and inclusive. They have reiterated their commitment to treating everyone with dignity and respect, regardless of the political climate in Tallahassee, the state capital. The NAACP's move comes in response to actions taken by Governor DeSantis' administration earlier in the year. In January, the administration rejected the College Board's Advanced Placement African American Studies course. Additionally, DeSantis and Republican lawmakers have pursued measures that restrict diversity, equity, and inclusion programs in state colleges, as well as critical race theory. They have also passed the Stop Woke Act, which limits certain race-related conversations and analyzes in schools and businesses. The LULAC's advisory for Hispanic travelers highlights a new law that prohibits local governments from providing funding to organizations that issue identification cards to undocumented individuals and invalidates out-of-state driver's licenses held by undocumented immigrants. The law also requires hospitals accepting Medicaid to include a citizenship question on intake forms, a move criticized as discouraging undocumented immigrants from seeking medical care, among other provisions. According to Lydia Medrano, a LULAC vice president for the Southeast region, the actions taken by Governor DeSantis have instilled fear within communities across the state. Equality Florida's travel advisory focuses on various recent developments that they deem harmful to LGBTQ+ individuals. These include efforts to limit discussions on LGBTQ+ topics in schools, the removal of books featuring gay characters from school libraries, a ban on gender-affirming care for minors, new restrictions on abortion access, and a law allowing concealed carry of firearms without a permit. Equality Florida argues that when taken together, these laws and policies pose a significant risk to the health and safety of travelers to the state. Overall, the issuance of travel advisories by these civil rights organizations reflects their concerns about the perceived hostility and discrimination faced by African Americans, people of color, and LGBTQ+ individuals in Florida. While the state's tourism industry remains vital to its economy, the advisories serve as a call for awareness and reflection on the impact of these laws and policies on marginalized communities.